Good afternoon. Welcome to St. Louis County Library's virtual program, Buying Large Appliances Seasonally. I'm Maria from the Reference Department, and I thank you for being here this afternoon. If you have any questions regarding our resources at the library, please feel free to use the Book a Librarian form on our homepage. It's a way that we can spend time with you to answer your questions, which we may not be able to do right now. If this is the first time that you're using Zoom, please notice the icons that are at the bottom of your screen. Your microphone has been placed on mute and should have a red line through it. If you have questions regarding this program, please use the chat box at the bottom of your screen if you'd like to communicate any questions. When you click on the chat icon, a window will appear to the right, and here you can enter any questions that you might have. Questions will be answered at the end as time allows. Today's presentation is a webinar format. I cannot see or hear you, but you should be able to hear me. We are live right now, so if you're having difficulty hearing me, please turn up the volume on your own device. Large appliances, such as washing machines and refrigerators, are very important to our everyday lives. In today's marketplace, the consumer has the power to make smart choices. Consumers are looking to save time, energy, and money, and at the same time remain protected while making purchases. Appliances are a big purchase, and buyers want them to last. Today's program will cover tips to help you buy wisely and introduce you to resources at the library and online to help you be an informed consumer. Doing your research is really important. Don't buy on impulse. A crucial tip is not to be impulsive. Do your research first. Understand the product and the terms of sale. Become familiar with the various forms of the product, such as brand name, store brands, generics, features, and more. Keep in mind that the name in itself does not necessarily denote quality. Although many brand owners work hard to maintain the integrity of their brands, brand names are not always synonymous with reliability. Also, a brand name and the manufacturer might not be the same. For instance, Sears Kenmore products rated extremely well, and many consumers thought that Sears made a wide variety of appliances, while in reality, most of the Kenmore products were made by different manufacturers. The manufacturing was outsourced, and the Sears Kenmore label was added. With a lot of house brands, someone other than the seller or merchant is behind them. Comparison shop and consult product review sources such as Wirecutter and Consumer Reports. They're really great resources. If you're not familiar with Wirecutter, it's a product review website that's owned by the New York Times. The site focuses on writing detailed guides to different categories of consumer products and recommend just one or two best items in the category. Wirecutter used to be a totally free resource until about a year ago when it changed to a subscription basis. but it does allow a limited number of free searches each month. So Wirecutter is an additional resource to consult in addition to consumer reports, which many of you might be familiar with. As you can see, Consumer Reports is available at all our branches in print. There's also access to consumer reports electronically through our databases. The database access is provided by Masterfile Premier through EBSCO, and it's a wonderful resource that provides access to many publications. We have made it easy for you to access consumer reports by limiting the search directly to consumer reports through the A to Z link on the library homepage. So you would start at the library homepage, you would click on Research, which is at the top of the page, just under the library banner, and then look for the link that says Resources A to Z. And when you click on the letter C, you're taken to the list of databases that begin with the letter C. Scroll down and you will find consumer reports in there, both the Consumer Reports magazine and the Consumer Reports buying guides. For those of you who might not be familiar with Consumer Reports, it's a really valued and unique resource. It was founded in 1936, so it's been around a long time, and was created to serve as a source of information that consumers could use to help assess the safety and performance of products. Since that time, Consumer Reports has continued its testing and analysis of products and services and has attempted to advocate for the consumer in legislative and rule-making areas. Consumer Reports accepts no outside advertising, no free test samples. It employs shoppers and experts to buy and test the products reviewed. The organization is supported exclusively by subscriptions to the magazine and its various publications. It views its role to inform consumers that from a host of products, which one tested best, which one is the best value, and which one or ones to stay away from. It solicits reviews and comments from readers on the products tested, which we'll touch on later in this presentation. A Consumer Reports representative once said, Consumer Reports can test every feature and every aspect of a product, except sometimes durability or how a product works in constant use. They cannot keep a refrigerator in the lab for 15 years, and that is where the organization relies on user reviews and comments from readers. It likes to hear how things are working in the actual world, in real world situations. If the reviews and comments actually point to a problem, the company or manufacturer is informed so the glitch can be fixed, and that information is published in the magazine for people who might be considering that particular product for purchase. Now, we've touched on how you can access Consumer Reports. You can access it in print, depending on the type of format you prefer. It's available electronically. And if you are in the library, you can also access the website of Consumer Reports. It's at www.consumerreports.org. You have to use a public PC for this. It's only accessible in the library and not remotely. This is the landing page for consumer reports when you select it from the database link. You might have clicked on the letter C from the A to Z index, scrolled down to consumer reports and clicked on the title. This is a page from the Consumer Reports magazine, which is a monthly issue. And you can locate it at any of our branches. The magazines do circulate, so it's possible that you might have to place a request for it if you don't see it on the shelf. So this is the landing page for consumer reports. You can either search for articles in a particular year, for the magazines for a particular year, or if you're looking for a particular item, you can search within the publication by clicking on the link in the top left-hand side of your screen under publications. If you choose to browse a particular issue, you'll see a year index on the right, and click on the plus sign in front of the year to uncover all the issues of the year, and then click on a particular issue. And very often you will find that this database will be a little bit ahead of even consumer reports that you might find on the newsstand, or that you might even purchase yourself as a subscription. So this is a result page from Consumer Reports after selecting a particular article. In this case, I selected an article about induction cooktops from Consumer Reports November 2022 issue. You can view the text, it's full text, either in HTML or in PDF, which the PDF format will look like the actual page from Consumer Reports, including sometimes the page number. And you can print, email, or save the article using the links on the side. Now, the Consumer Reports also publishes the Consumer Reports Buying Guide that comes out in the fall. And it's really a compilation of evaluations of that year. It would have the date of the following year to have a one-place stop for you to look at the evaluations that have appeared in the previous year. So the buying guide for 2023 is a summary of evaluations that appeared in 2022. The Consumer Reports Buying Guide provides ratings and reviews on countless products. It also provides information on brand repair histories and shopping strategies. When you go to the Consumer Reports listing through the databases, you'll see a link to a video tutorial, which will take you, you can go step by step. It'll take you in a very methodical fashion, showing you how to use either the Consumer Reports magazine or the buying guide. There's a separate video tutorial for each. If you still happen to have any questions about that, you can always feel free to contact us at the reference department. The Consumer Reports Buying Guide, kind of the page, landing page, looks like the magazine. On the right-hand side, you see the index of years. And of course, for any year, you will get just one item. You can also search within the publication, like you did with the magazine, to find a particular product. A lot of people use this to check the automobile issue, to find, if they're looking for a used car, to find, you know, particular problems that might have occurred or what the recommendations are. As with the magazine, you can select a particular article or evaluation to view HTML or full text. You can also print, email, or save the content. Something that I cannot stress enough is the importance of being prepared and finding out as much as you can about the product you're looking to buy. It's really important to research the particular product you're looking to purchase. Look for reviews of the appliance. Can be found on a number of websites, such as Google reviews, Amazon, retailer websites, and even manufacturer websites would have information on the product. When you're reading reviews, just keep in mind that people are more likely to write a bad review than a good one. But look at both good and bad reviews. Just be aware that some reviews are fakes written to boost sales. And also look at 2, 3, and 4-star reviews to look for balance in the reviews. Like somebody who likes something for the most part, but has some quibbles. Those reviews have more balance and credibility. Be on the lookout for fake reviews. The trustworthiness of online reviews has come into question in recent years as business owners and consumers alike have voiced concerns about the validity and truthfulness of the information posted on various online review sites. Reviews are only meaningful if they can be trusted. And as I've mentioned, read the reviews on several sites. Be wary of similar wording on reviews because it could be that somebody has written reviews on different products or different sites and could possibly be paid for that review or even work for the company that's producing that particular product. If you're searching online for an appliance, you can search online for the appliance product or the company that makes the product and add the word complaint, either use spelling out the word plus or using the and symbol along with the word complaint or scam to see what other people are saying. Purchasing new appliances is an expensive undertaking. Luckily, you don't need to buy appliances often, but when you do, you want to get the best price. And that's where good timing comes in. If you can be flexible with your timing, you might be able to score a good deal that you wouldn't necessarily get with spur of the moment purchases. But there isn't just one major appliance sale each year, there are several throughout the year. And that means that you're not out of luck if you realize you need a new oven just days after a holiday sale has ended. Chances are there will be another sale just around the corner. If you need a new oven just days after a holiday sale, there might be another sale coming up. For starters, holidays and holiday weekends are a time to find some good deals. These include New Year's Day, President's Day, which is coming up. Um, President's Day is February 20th, so the weekend of President's Day would be a good time if you're on the search for an appliance. Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, and Veterans Day. Retail shopping holidays such as Black Friday, Cyber Monday are also popular time to get deals. Air conditioners, heaters, furnaces, and grills will all be heavily discounted when demand for them is low. This is a fantastic time to swoop in and snag a deal, even though it can be hard to spend money on something you don't need immediately. It can save you a bunch of money in the long run. At the end of the month, stores may have end of month end quotas to make, and to ensure that they reach this quota, they may begin to discount their inventory. When new models release is also a good time. When new models are released, retailers are anxious to get rid of the old models to make room for the new inventory. Just like anything, it can be worthwhile to hold off on purchasing a brand new model and wait for the old model to go on sale instead. Different appliances have different times for rolling out new models. New models of ranges and ovens generally roll out in January. New models of refrigerators generally roll out in May. New models of washers and dryers and dishwashers generally roll out in September and October. Some manufacturers also run promotions during the month that new models are released. For example, May is known as Maytag month, when Maytag issues generous rebates on refrigerators. Sometimes, due to budget restrictions or an appliance emergency, you may need to make an immediate replacement and you can't hold out for a sale. Keep these tips in mind. First, you may want to consider appliances or floor models. Many of these appliances are new and on display and will only have been touched when people look at that specific model to get an idea of storage or size. Since these are out of box appliances versus new in box, discounts are taken. And since these items are definitely in stock, they may be delivered to you much sooner than appliances that need to be ordered. Another option, scratch and dent appliances. Sometimes these may work for you and sometimes they won't. Although you probably don't want an appliance that has heavy damage, one with tiny scratches or dents could operate just fine. It's all a matter if you can handle the look visually or not. Make sure you choose models that have glass panels that are free of cracks and are backed by a manufacturer's warranty on working order and have all parts indicated in the manual. Second, comparison shop. Some stores may have the same model at a lower price than another store. In addition, check to see if the retailer accepts price matching. That might provide another reason to comparison shop. If you are in the market for something like heat pumps or new electric appliances such as cooktops ranges, and wall ovens, you may be able to get rebates or tax deductions. United States Department of Energy suggests visiting the database of state incentives for renewables and efficiency. That's the website down at the bottom here, which tracks incentives and credits related to energy efficiency in all 50 states. Know the average lifespan of appliances. Use the average lifespan of various appliances to determine when it's the time to start looking for a new one. This is something I found for major appliances. Dishwashers typically last for 9 years. You're lucky if it lasts longer. Washing machines typically last for 10 years. Dryers typically last for 13 years. Refrigerators are supposed to last 13 years. Electric ranges typically last 13 years. Gas ranges last 15 years. Electric ovens typically last 13 years, and gas ovens typically last 15 years. For seasonal appliances such as heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems, they require proper and regular maintenance to work efficiently. But even in the best scenarios, most components of these systems only last 15 to 25 years. Central air conditioners apparently last about 15 years. Electric furnaces last about the same time, 15 years. Gas furnaces last 18 years. Electric boilers last 13 years. Gas boilers have a longer lifespan, 21 years, and tankless water heaters typically last 20 years. It's important to do the math on warranties. Your appliance will come with a warranty, and sometimes you'll be offered an extended warranty. And extended warranties can be high profit items for sellers, but they may not always benefit you, the buyer. And at times they may be worthwhile, and other times possibly not. Whether you buy a warranty on you are thinking of getting a extended warranty, understand the manufacturer's warranty first before you look to an extended warranty. When you read it, when you read the manufacturer's warranty, note how long the warranty lasts, what it covers, whether the company will repair or replace the item or refund your money. Just remember that sometimes extended warranties duplicate the coverage already offered by the manufacturer's plan. Whether to buy an extended warranty comes down to your tolerance for risk. You have to weigh how likely the appliance is to break during the extended warranty and whether the warranty would cost more than the repair itself. If you're buying your appliance using a credit card, check with your credit card company to see whether the card offers an extended warranty. And here's a screenshot of problem rates of appliances within the first 5 years. Refrigerators are the worst culprits. 40% of them have problems during the first 5 years. 30% of dishwashers have issues in the first 5 years. 25% of rangers have issues, 30% of washers, and 20% of clothes dryers. I'd like to stress the importance of saving receipts. Collect your receipts and keep them in a safe place so you have a record of your purchase. They could also serve as proof for tax deductions or for rebates. Keep your receipt as long as you own your appliance. The Major Appliance Consumer Action Council recommends that you keep your receipts as long as you own the appliance. And uh, something that I was advised when I bought my last appliance was to photocopy or scan the cash register receipt because the ink degrades over time on the paper that the receipts are printed on. So that way you don't end up with a blank piece of paper for your receipt. And that concludes the presentation. I thank you for being here. And if you do have questions, please enter your question in the chat box. There don't seem to be any questions. I thank you very much for being here this afternoon. I hope you've got some helpful tips. This webinar will be recorded and will be posted in a few days on the library website. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at the reference department. Thank you again for being here. Have a good evening and a good weekend.